Good morning, class. This is your math lesson for Wednesday, April 15th. All right, so I want to go over some vocabulary words first. So a bar graph is when you show data using bars. To me, it's the easiest graph. We're going to actually make some bar graphs today. Data is information. It's numbers or symbols that show information. So these are tally marks. And this shows that the 11 people like dogs and 7 people like cats. That's data. A key tells you how much each picture represents. A picture graph, very easy. It uses pictures. A survey is when you ask questions. Remember, yesterday I assigned for you to take a survey of your household, of your favorite ice cream flavors. And we'll talk about that right after I go over vocabulary. So a survey is when you ask a question over and over and over again. A symbol or the pictures. And then tally marks are when you put the numbers down. You always cross at the 5th one. Okay, so I sent a dojo to your parents asking you to survey your family with their favorite ice cream flavor. The 4 flavors were chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, and then since there's so many other flavors, I just put other. And then I had almost all families, well no, I would say about half the families respond to me, and this is our data. So we had 9 chocolate, we had 4 strawberry, we had 3 vanilla, and the other flavors we had 11. So I took our survey with our tally marks and I created a bar graph. Okay, so our data shows that chocolate had 9, that strawberry had 4, that vanilla had 3, and that other had 11. So this is a bar graph. Notice I have a title up here. I put number of votes on the side. I put ice cream flavors down here. And this is a bar graph. Okay, very nice job. Thanks for getting that information to me. And then I also assigned this last Thursday, so I wanted to go over it real quick. This is check my progress. In a survey, you collect data by asking people the same question. So a survey is when you ask the same question over and over again. A key tells what or how many each symbol stands for. So there's always a key when you have a pictograph. A picture graph has different pictures to show information. And whenever I teach picture graphs, kids love it because they love drawing the pictures. Remember, our picture graph is our birthday graph in the classroom behind my desk. And it has all the different months, and we have pictures there. So this asked you at home to ask 10 people their favorite color. I just made this data up. So I said 3 tally marks for blue, and I wrote the number 3. There's the total. 1 for pink, 5 for green, and 3 for purple. And what color do people like the most? Well, the most has the most, so 5 is the most. So I put green. How many people like pink and green? So I said pink plus green. 5 plus 1 is 6. And what color do people like the least? The least is the smallest amount, and that would be pink. Okay, and here is they gave you the data with the tally marks. They want you to create a picture graph. So I did 3 jump ropes, I did 4 baseballs, I did 2 rollerblades, and I did 5 bikes, and then we answered the questions. And this says how many more votes like bikes than baseball. So when I saw how many more, I knew I had to subtract. So 5 take away 4 is 1. How many people like jump ropes and rollerblades? And means to add. That's 5 total. How many more people like to bike than jump rope? How many more people like to bike than jump rope? Oh, that should be subtraction. Bike and jump rope. So this would actually be 1. Oh my God, Chapin, that's terrible. And then how many people like to jump rope and play baseball? Jump rope and play baseball, that's 7. And then down here it says if 2 students did not vote, but they voted for rollerblading, which would still have the most? And it would still be bike, because rollerblading would just have 4. Okay, so this was a review. And so now we're going to work on bar graphs. Bar graphs to me are easy peasy. When you do bar graphs, you just create what looks like a bar. So I made up data. So if we were in class, I would ask you all this question: how many people like sledding, ice skating, skiing, or snowboarding as a favorite winter sport? So I said 5 for sledding. So sledding, I'm going to go out to the 5 and then color it in. So there's my bar for that. Ice skating, I said 7. So I'm going to go over to the 7, make my bar, and then color it in. Skiing had 1, and snowboarding had 3. So there is our bar graph. Pretty easy? Yeah. This graph shows data of the favorite winter sport. So our class likes sledding the best. Okay. All right. So I'm on page 549. So this one you can do at home, or you can just skip it, whichever one, or you can do the data I did. So 549. But now I want you to turn to 550. And I'll wait for you. Pause it if you need to go get your book. 550. Okay. So again, it says a bar graph uses bars to show data. To make a bar graph, color one of the boxes for each vote. Bar graphs can look different. So they did the favorite breakfast food here, and they did their tally marks and their totals. So they want to show you 2 different bar graphs. This bar graph goes to the side, and this bar graph goes up, but they show the same information. So you can do either way. So toast had 4, goes over to 4, cereal had 5, and eggs had 2, and that's the same thing here. Okay, now it says use the tally marks chart to make a bar graph. So blueberry had 4, so I'm going to color in 4 boxes. Please do that on your paper. Strawberry had 2. Lemon had 1. And cherry had 5. And there is your bar graph. Okay, page 551. Okay, so you're going to make your own bar graphs using the data and the tally marks. Find your totals first, and then create your bar graphs. One bar graph goes to the side, goes to the right, and this second bar graph goes up. And then also, I want you to fill in your bar graph using this information, and this one too. This tells you what it is. And then please do your homework page. Okay, so let me repeat. Tonight for homework, you have page 551, 552, 553, and 554. And then tomorrow we're going to go over these together. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.